Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiana. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. For those of you who have not been here yet, this is a YouTube channel dedicated entirely to anti-MLM content. If you enjoy anti-MLM content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Today we are going to look at Arbonne Babe's breakdown of a potential Arbonne consultant's earnings and see if that stacks up to the truth. I believe that it doesn't, but yeah, stay tuned, and we will get into, not stay tuned, I mean, that's what we're going to get into. That's what we're going to get into right now.
Here we are, we made it, we're doing the dang thing. So, I know I probably still have some friends that like follow me, have known me forever, and that are like, Becca, you have a master's degree in business. Why are you selling protein powder? So that's literally why I'm making this video, to kind of give y'all an idea like about why I started, what in the world I'm doing, and like who Arbonne is as a company, just to give y'all a little background. Maybe y'all will understand a little more. But last year I was getting my master's degree at Tarleton. I was a graduate assistant, so I was actually working at the school. And I realized, I was like, you know, I graduate in December and I don't have any idea what I want to do. I don't have a job lined up. I haven't done like an internship or anything, and I don't have like any kind of experience. So I was like, what am I going to do? So
first off, it sounds like she didn't have much direction to begin with. You were pursuing, first you got your undergrad, then you went and pursued your master's in business, okay, but you didn't know what you wanted to do. You didn't have any inkling. You didn't have any job lined up. Typically, and I don't want to make overarching assumptions, so correct me if I'm wrong, but typically you pursue a master's when you want to get a specified degree in something and you want to, I guess, like fine-tune your skills or become like slightly more educated on a subject. So I think it probably wasn't her best investment to get her master's as it is. She likely didn't know what she wanted to do to begin with, so jumped into getting her master's. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. She could have known what she wanted to do, changed her mind, whatever. But typically when you are going to go and take those like extra couple of years of schooling, it's because you want to, you want to like specify your degree even further. At least that's my understanding.
I was okay, it's probably like a good time to move back to Dallas, like start applying, looking into stuff, and maybe find an internship. So I was in the process of like selling my house.
And not only that, a lot of, why is she going to find an internship after her master's program? Typically you don't like throw a dart at the board for like what you're gonna do after you get your degree. Some people, yes, some people like, I think like especially undergrad. I think if this was a discussion about when she had finished her undergrad degree and she wasn't sure, but she's telling us she just went and got a master's degree and she has no clue what she wants to do. She's flying like by the seat of her pants. She's maybe going to move back. I'm assuming Dallas is home, and she's going to start figuring out what she's going to do then. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Process of like selling my house and everything, and like my last few days working at the school, I actually had a girl that I had no idea who she was. She reached out to me and she told me about Arbonne, and I was like, what is this? I'm like, this is just some crazy pyramid scheme. So she messaged me like this super long thing, and I was like I didn't reply for a while, and like me and my coworkers were sitting there talking about it, and I was like, okay, you know what, like I'll entertain it, whatever. And so I messaged her back and I was like,
first mistake.
I'm actually pretty skeptical about this kind of stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's a pyramid scheme, but like if you really think you can change my mind, like go ahead. Of course she jumped all over that and started messaging me, and she was so persistent about getting me on the phone, and I was like, sis, like I am in the process of trying to sell my house and move, like okay, like we can, but not right now. So I blew her off for about a month, and finally I got on the phone with her. I was like, okay, like I realized I really can't get a summer job because in July, I was going to Aruba for 2 weeks, and I was like, no one is gonna hire me and be like, oh yeah, you can just take 2 weeks of vacation like immediately. No, like, so there was no way for me to get like a summer.
And the reason she couldn't get a summer job after she finished her master's was because she was going to Aruba for 3 weeks, so she needed something that she could do like willy-nilly because she couldn't leave people high and dry.
Job, and I was gonna have no kind of income. So I finally was like, okay, like I'll hop on the phone with you and I'll see what this is all about.
And what is she, I'm sorry, but this to me just sounds like super juvenile. Like, what do you mean a summer job? You just finished your master's degree. Look for a career. Like, this is like the time to look for a career, not a summer job. I mean, I get maybe if you're like, she has no idea what she wants to do, so she's gonna look for a random internship. She has no, like, it just sounds like she didn't have a lot of direction.
So we talked on the phone for about an hour, and I was like, you know, like there really is nothing to lose. Like, I'll try it, whatever. So she talked me into getting the 30 days, which is honestly like the biggest bang for your buck. Like, you get the most product and you get the biggest discount. So I was like, okay. Obviously, like, I want to try the products and make sure I like them before I try to sell this stuff, because I've tried to be a brand ambassador for a like clothing, like athletic clothing, and I hated it. I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy your stuff, and I was already like trying to post about it, and then I got it and I was like, these suck. Like, the leggings were awful.
Typically, also, like, if you are going to be a brand ambassador, if you are going to, you have tried the product. I don't know why you would go on a rant about something amazing before you've tried the product. To me, that just kind of sounds obvious. Why would you put your name on something or support something that you've never tried before? It is just asking for something to fall back on you negatively.
So I was like, I definitely need to like try these products first, because I'm not going to promote it if I don't like it. So once my 30 days came in, I tried the products, I tried the protein, and like, I've tried protein shakes before and I've never liked them. I'm like, these taste absolutely awful. Like, I don't understand how you people drink these, but I love these protein shakes. Like, I know this is not the point of the video, but like, these are so good. Like, the chocolate literally tastes like a chocolate shake.
Also, I'm just going to say, because it is chocolate shake, there is so much sugar in the Arbonne protein shake that I think I will double check, but I think one of the top ingredients is cane sugar.
And I crave them when I wake up in the morning, and like anyway, the products were great. So I was like, okay, you know, like, I think I could try this. So the first 2 months of selling, I promoted to district manager, which is the first of only 4 levels, where the average income is $200 to $1,000. And that's honestly kind of where I saw myself stopping. I was like, I'm just doing this just to make a little extra money. I don't see myself going.
Let's pause. She's about to break down the incomes for us. In the income disclosure statement, Arbonne specifically puts in there, these figures do not represent Arbonne's independent consultants' profits, as they do not consider expenses incurred by Arbonne independent consultants in the promotion of their business and do not include retail commission from reselling product. She didn't say per anything, by the way. $200 to $1,000 per what, babe?
To the top. I don't see myself as an MVP. Like, there's no way I can like be up there with all of these amazing women. So I was like, okay, I'm okay with like a little extra cash. So I was like pumped about going district manager. Well, today I can now say that I'm an area manager, where the average income is $1,000 to $4,000 a month. And that blows my mind, because that's more than I made sitting at a desk for.
See, now she goes back and she specifies that this is a month, she was saying. So what did she say? How much were you making a month as a district manager, she's claiming?
Where the average income is $200 to $1,000.
Where the average income is $200 to $1,000.
So by her logic, she just stated it was $200 to $1,000 per month as a district manager. She's a liar. When the average annual earnings is only $3,000. So where's she getting these numbers from? Where's she literally getting these numbers from?
Then I made sitting at a desk for 4 hours a day as a graduate student. So it's pretty cool that like I'm already making more than I did as a graduate assistant. And like this business is so much more than protein and fizz. Like I've met some amazing people. These women are incredible, and it's awesome to see like how this business has changed their lives. Like she was doing some kind of tax, I don't know, no clue, but she hated her life, did 9 to 5, and she was able to quit that corporate job, and she's making, I think, 3 times as much as she did there. Like my upline, she's currently in law school at OU, and she reached the top of the company in a year, and now she's making $22,000 a month.
That sounds like an income.
It can go up from there. Like, it blows my mind. Like, she's not even going to practice law. She's going to be hanging her law degree in her Arbonne office. Liar! It's so crazy. Like, this business really can change your life if you actually believe it. So, yeah. Okay, I just want to give y'all a little information about Arbonne as a company so you know what it even is that I'm a part of, and I'm not just rambling on about why I joined. But also I'm going to be reading off of my notes because I'm not a robot and I don't have all of this information memorized, and we don't expect you to memorize it if you do join. Like,
she should have been reading off her notes for the first half because she was not looking at the income disclosure statement for Arbonne, I'll tell you that right now. So, I don't know who Robert Fitzpatrick is. We'll Google who Robert Fitzpatrick is. But the Talented Ladies Club sent this to Robert Fitzpatrick for some analysis. And essentially, he's an MLM expert.
So essentially he said in reality, very, very few people make any money from Arbonne. Arbonne's income disclosure statement shows ridiculously low chances of gaining a true profit, yet Robert believes that the true picture is far worse than even these terrible numbers indicate. Costs are not deducted, so these are not income figures at all. The requirements for continued buying are not deducted, and to get any commission at all, the Arbonne participant must keep buying. This is often called selling, but the quota can be met by personal buying, and that is what the newest recruits will do to qualify for rewards they hope to gain if they recruit others. And Arbonne's pay plan is based on recruiting others to become Arbonne representatives. They will have to then buy also, so the word selling is misleading. It is all about recruiting and personal buying. There are no retail profit numbers disclosed because they hardly exist at all. And the time frame for the average is for 1 year. It should be for a longer time frame. 50 to 80% of people in all MLMs quit in a year, and while the top recruiters are positioned every year. So the average should include all those who joined and quit over several years to get a true picture of their success. He also took issue with the way average incomes are worked out. The averages used are mean averages. So if they were the median, the average income would be 0. So mean average includes the very high incomes at the top, which skews the average, and the figure also excludes all those that made nothing, which is the majority. I think it was like 88% or something like that. So on average, no one makes money. The most important factor that Robert wanted to point out across this is that there is no average income, and on average, no one makes any money. He believes that most people should not expect to make any money ever in Arbonne based on the real figures when they are fully disclosed, figures that include everyone who joined over a longer period of time.
It, to me, sounds like a lot of buddy mice is what she's going on about, and making up numbers off the top of her head, maybe? I don't know.
I'm not going to quiz you over this stuff, obviously. Most of us can't even speak half of the time, so I promise anyone can do this. But Arbonne is a health and wellness company. We've been around since 1980. That means we were 40 years old. So, and also most of network marketing companies only last 10% of network marketings make it past the 10-year mark. So that just shows that we're not going anywhere.
I wonder where she got that statistic. I'm just curious. I'm trying to find it, but I don't see that anywhere. I don't know where that statistic is, but just because it's still standing doesn't mean that it's not standing based off of a revolving door of participants.
So in Arbonne, there's only 4 levels of the company, so it's not like there's this crazy big ladder that you have to climb to try to reach the top of the company. You first start out as an independent consultant. From there, you work your way up. The first level is district manager, where I made it there in 2 months, and the average income is between $200 to $1,000 a month. The second level is area manager, and this is where I'm at right now. Here you'll be making $1,000 to $4,000 a month, and this is actually where your paycheck becomes willable. So God forbid something ever happened to me, my paychecks will continue to go to whoever I give them to. The third level is regional vice president. This is where you're...
This Willable Business question mark? I'm curious about this. Okay, so I think that I've seen some things online that this means she's saying that her business is willable, but that's actually divisible, and that she can, when she passes away, that I guess her children or whoever she chooses will inherit her downline. But I'm seeing that it's up to the company who gets your downline if you quit or you die. It's not really willable. Okay, I don't know what this is, but this is in relation to Amway, so I'm assuming that this is somewhat in relation to the idea that their business is willable as well, because they are independent contractors. It says, don't say that the income is willable to your children. It's the business asset that's willable. So instead of saying the residual income generated from this business can be passed on from generation to generation, you might say this is a business that we'll be able to pass on to their children. So essentially you can pass on your Arbonne business is willable. Ooh, congratulations. They still have to work. I don't think like they just like start getting like money income flowing in like you're gonna hand over your Arbonne business so they can work from their phone.
Income ranges from $4,000 to $15,000 a month. And this is also where you receive your free white Mercedes. So how that works is you go to any...
Not free, and you do not make that much a month.
Whatever you want. You send in the information to Arbonne, and they automatically start putting an $800 check, like a bonus, onto your check. So you can use that money for your payments, your gas, your insurance, or you can do whatever you want with it. So since I already have one, I just have to send in my information and I'll automatically get that $800 paycheck. Bonus onto my paycheck. Anyway, we also take you to David Yurman and you get to pick out whatever ring you want. And then the final level is National Vice President, and here the average income is $22,000 and there's absolutely no cap on that. So you can just blow past that average. We also take you to Louis or Gucci and you get to pick out a bag of your choice. So it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Okay, so I hope this video gave y'all a better idea about what in the world I'm doing and what Arbonne is. If you have more questions, if you think maybe you want to sign up or you're not sure if it's for you, feel free to message me. We can totally talk about it. Maybe you just want to like chat to be friends. I'm always down for that. Thank y'all for watching, and Carol Baskins killed her husband.
Took a really sharp turn. I think it's like pretty obvious that we know that that income disclosure statement is not true, or at least like she's misrepresenting the facts completely. She's throwing out like a lot of income claims and how much you can make. Not true. So somebody else did the math, and I'm not going to redo the math, so we're just going to trust that their math is correct. But the Talented Ladies Club did a breakdown of both the UK and the USA Arbonne income disclosure statement numbers, and essentially they say, so of all Arbonne reps in the US in 2018, 83% of them made no money. And when you factor the entire picture into the calculation using the above table, this is what all US Arbonne reps earned in 2018. So 83% earned nothing, 19,000-ish people earned $70 a month, 7,000-ish people earned $320 a month, 1,800-ish people earned $1,531 a month, and 602 people earned around $6,000 a month, and 301 people earned around $21,000 a month. And these earnings, again, are before any expenses and personal purchases have been deducted. And also in their earnings disclosure statement, the only people featured in that are people who are active. So that's roughly about 17% of them. So of the 174,000 Arbonne consultants, only 30,000 people are represented in their income disclosure statements. yeah, I also want to take a moment. If we didn't believe talented ladies, let's take a moment to look at the finance guy. The finance guy also breaks down a lot of multi-level marketing companies. If you haven't seen it or like seen some of his like online blog posts, he breaks down pretty much every MLM and the likelihood that you will turn a profit. So essentially, he says quite possibly the most important piece of information is the top line. Arbonne is only showing us the earnings for consultants who actually earned a commission. So this makes the information misleading, and they haven't included all of the consultants for 2019. So 88% of consultants never earn a commission at all. And looking at the earnings tables for 2019, 66% of Arbonne consultants are at the entry level of independent consultant rank. And even though earning a commission probably puts them in the top 12%, they only earned an average of $830 for the entire year, and that is $16 per week. While Arbonne has avoided giving us the full earnings disclosure, they did include the following. A typical Arbonne participant in the United States earned between $120 and $502 in 2019 in earnings and commissions. So compared to what she is saying, this is on their thing. A typical Arbonne participant in the United States earned between $120 to $502 in 2019 in earnings and commissions. Vastly different from what Homegirl was saying, Sis was saying. It says if we play along and look at only those who earned, things still don't look that good. So only those at the top 2 ranks earned a full-time income, and if we pretend that only the 12% who earned commission are working the opportunity, we still see that 97% of the top Arbonne consultants would be better off with a regular job. Applying some math, only 1 in 270 Arbonne consultants earns enough to replace a regular job. Unreal. So I think she's lying to us. Let me know, do you guys think she's lying to us? Do you think that, yeah, I mean, I think she's lying to us. I know she's lying to us. I don't think we need to say I think she's lying to us. I know she's lying to us, and we know that what she's saying is not really allowed to be said. Those sound like income claims to me. So thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Again, my name is Tiana. This is a channel dedicated to anti-MLM content. Please let me know down below how you feel about what she has said to us, and if you are convinced to join the business based off of what she has said. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell. It means a lot to me. And until next time, au revoir. Ta-ta.